Okay, we're going to continue to look at your novel that you started last week. I just want to show you, she's that sleepy way, like some of you come into my class first thing in the morning, or indeed that sleepy way some of you get just after lunch, where I end up like banging my hand on the table to keep some of you awake. But actually a sleepy puppy is a quiet puppy, so we're not going to bother her. Okay, last week you were looking at your key characters. So what you, as the plot develops, you keep your eye on your key characters, your supporting characters, your setting, okay? But your questions change a little, okay? Because you should be clear on who these people are. You should be clear on where and when the story takes place. So your question changes for each one. So for your key character, what are the notable changes as you read? And again, it might be in their physical circumstances, or you might see a change in a character trait. You want to pay attention to these things. As far as your supporting characters are concerned, are there any new characters introduced? And if there are, consider whether they are there to support the protagonist, that's the hero in your story, or are they there to support your antagonist, and that's the person who's causing your problems. Okay, so keep an eye on these supporting characters. Why have they been introduced? What's their role? Or are there any existing characters who have been removed from the story? And how have they been removed? Because often that is a very notable point. That's something that you need to pay attention to. Okay, then in the setting, both time setting and place setting, is there a significant shift in place or time? And again, that's something that you want to pay attention to. A story that moves place setting, there's always a reason. Why has the author taken this character to a new place? You know, and I'm talking about a significant place change. All right, pay attention to that. Okay, then this is key. Okay, where does the plot develop as expected? And then where are the plot twists? So where the plot develops as expected, that's when you're saying, oh, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so I'm not just talking about the average we expect it, but where something happens, where you know that the author has been leaving those clues and you're just like, of course that was going to happen. You know what, that was obvious, but it's still a notable point. Or the plot twists, and they're the ones that make you go, what? Like, really? Or, no way. I cannot believe the author chose for that to happen. You know, maybe it was an existing character that was removed who happened to be your favourite character. You know, or maybe the character was removed in a way that was, I mean, sometimes it's sort of awful, okay? And you're like, no way, so it's either, yeah, I saw that coming, or I really didn't see that coming. That just came out of the blue. And those are moments that we need to pay attention to. And those are the moments when I'm asking you to take notes and I'm asking you to do your writing. Those are the moments that you want to take notes about. You know, so again, sometimes what I'm saying to you as you're reading, and I don't have one of your books in front of me, but as you're reading, you can pop one of these in if there's a significant plot development, so you can come back to it. You could put it in with a happy a smiley face, and you just know that is a plot development moment that you knew it was coming. And of course, the opposite is a what face, okay? However you choose to draw it, pop it in, okay? Or have your computer beside you, and when you've got, your assignment, then just go ahead and actually make a note, all right? Go ahead and type it in just as you're reading, okay? So that you're working with both your novel and you're working with your notes beside you. So these that we're keeping an eye on, okay? These notable moments, all right? These underline and build the theme of the story. And we've talked about what the theme is. The theme is that deeper message that the author wants to give you about the world or how you can live your life. There's just something that's deeper, that's worth considering. At the moment, I like to talk about them being emerging themes. So you're not quite clear what they are. You're not, there may be more than one at this point. There may even be a few, okay? So it's where you're kind of saying to yourself, there's something in this book for me about friendship, or there's something in this book about loneliness, or there's something in this book about how we look after our world. So you're just taking note of, I know there's something here in this, okay? And then as you continue to read the book, what we'll do is we will work it into what I'm calling just now as a developed theme. So something then that's very specific to the book. So we go beyond one word to where we actually we narrow it into the book to where we develop our theme to an entire sentence. So we can say the theme of this book is how people from very different circumstances can learn to understand one another and develop a strong friendship. Okay, so that then is specifically recognised in the book that you're reading. So we're going to look at your book, okay, and we're going to, so in class on Monday, we are going to look at what you think the emerging themes are. We're going to use the work that you've done on these things, okay, to look at what you see as your emerging theme. We're going to hold these emerging themes, and then over the final couple of weeks of reading your book, we're going to work up a developed theme. All right, so go back into your Google Classroom, just take a quick scan through your assignment, which is brief because everything that you need to know we've covered in this video, but have a look at your assignment and then get into your reading and go ahead and fill in, make notes in your Google Doc. Remember, notes have to have, while they don't have to be in complete sentences, you need accurate spelling of people's names. You need to have capital letters for place names, capital letters for people's names. Okay, so just be careful on that, please. All right, good job. Any questions, you can private comment me.